the notion around it is that like you do one big year defining thing a year. We're working so hard. We have families. Like, what do you have to show for it? What'd you do? You know, it's important that you can look back on your journey and be like, oh, in 2015, I wrote a book, Living with the Seal. 2017, I launched a new company. 2019, we started our podcast. Like, what's that one? So every year I have one big year defining thing. And so I put that on my calendar.
And it doesn't always have to be a business thing. It could be like,
Absolutely.
was the bike thing
right. Okay. Just anything that's challenging. So I do that. And I'm going to tell you why this is important and you're going to freak out. The second thing I do is I add every other month, I do something I normally wouldn't have done on like one weekend day. So like instead of watching the Georgia football game, I might take my kids fishing. I might go to a museum. I might go to a lecture. I do like a mini adventure. So I'll do like every other month, every 8 weeks, I should be able to take a day, like one out of every, 60 days to do something I normally wouldn't have done. So at the end of the year, I'll have 6 little mini adventures. Now here's why that's so important. If you're 37, I'm just going to go to you, Michael, for a second. I'm looking at you. And you live to be 77, the average American. You're going to live way longer, especially the way you're doing your biohacking. But that's 40 years. That would give you 40 year-defining things on your life resume, 40 unbelievable things. And that will give you 240 mini adventures that you didn't have. If you're 78 and you have 40 insane events in your life, and 240 mini adventures, like you crushed life. Forgetting about the business. You fucking crushed life.
And how do you decide what these mini adventures are?
They could be like, I'm just super intentional about adding things throughout the year that I normally wouldn't have done. And usually it's around my friends. It could just be like my college friends come over. I took my son to Washington, D.C. on a father-son trip last year. We went skiing. It's just things like that. And I put them on my calendar and because if you don't put them on your calendar early, your calendar is going to fill up with Zoom calls, weddings, appointments, kids' sporting events, and then you have nothing to show for it.